They gave me 30 minutes to vacate my own ranch, 30 minutes before the sheriff would escort me off land I'd spent 12 years restoring. The notice, printed on cheap paper still warm from the copier, demanded $1,250 per day for noncompliance. The timestamp read 2:37 p.m., and by 3:07, I was supposed to be gone. My name's Nathan Cole, a civil engineer from Barton County, Colorado. Most days, I design drainage systems and survey boundaries, but this time, I was the one being drained. I bought my ranch, Silver Creek, after my wife died, cancer, stage 4, too fast for either of us to process. She'd loved horses, especially her mare Luna, and wanted her to roam free somewhere quiet. I named the land for her, after the way her laughter used to echo off the tin barn. 3 years of peace, until Pine Meadow Estates came along, a new, master-planned community, with plastic smiles, vinyl fences, and the curse of every growing suburb, an HOA. They claimed an outdated 1990 easement gave them shared access to my north fence line. I refused to sign their maintenance covenant. That's when Cynthia Hale, the HOA president, showed up in a red BMW and heels sharp enough to pierce gravel. "You'll thank us later," she said, leaning on my fence like it belonged to her. I wouldn't count on that, I told her. A week later, the first violation notice arrived: unauthorized structure, non-compliant color, vegetation breach. My address wasn't even inside their boundary. The letters kept coming anyway, certified mail, then emails. Then a recorded message, per HOA Code 4.1, "See, you have 30 minutes to vacate before county enforcement arrives." When I came back from repairing a gatepost, a deputy idled at my driveway. He looked embarrassed. "Sir, I'm just here to observe," he said. "Got a warrant?" He sighed. "No, sir. They said you were on common land." I showed him my deed, notarized, coordinates down to the 10th of a degree. He squinted. "I'll make a note of that," he muttered and drove off. That night, my neighbor Earl Jennings, an 80-year-old retired firefighter with a thermos older than both of us, studied the notice. "They're banking on fear, not law," he said. "Question is, do you have the patience to outpaper them?" He was right. In HOA wars, paper beats passion. The next morning, I dug through county records, old plat books smelling of mildew and broken promises. There it was, Parcel 17B, Silver Creek Ranch, 6.4 acres, predating Pine Meadow by 15 years. No shared ingress. No covenant, just a drainage easement, mine to maintain. Even better, the HOA's common lot hadn't been legally transferred from the original developer. Their jurisdiction was fiction. I photographed everything, time-stamped and GPS tagged. That night, I began the binder, every notice, email, and timestamp logged neatly. 2 days later, Earl returned grinning. "They're holding a vote on that road Thursday." "Let them," I said. "They'll talk themselves into a corner." That evening, a drone hovered outside my window. I filmed it, filed a trespass complaint, and by morning, printed screenshots of a Facebook post by Cynthia's husband, a realtor, rancher blocking community upgrades. Perfect evidence. 3 days later, the clerk confirmed it, the HOA's shared ingress was still listed under a dissolved LLC. "That means nobody owns it right now," she said. "An orphan parcel." That phrase, orphan parcel, stuck with me. By that night, another, final notice was taped to my gate. I photographed it and called my old college friend, Daniel Brooks, now a real estate attorney in Denver. "They're bluffing," he said. "But you've got leverage. Document everything. Texas Property Code 209.06 applies here too, false jurisdiction equals fraud. 10 grand per violation if you prove intent." I smiled. Then let's make it count. The next day. Cynthia pulled up again. You can still settle this, she said. The board voted to give you one last chance. The board doesn't own what it claims, I replied. Oh, you engineers, always hiding behind maps. Better than hiding behind lies, I said. That night, I saw another drone, and I logged it, altitude, timestamp, serial number. My binder thickened. Then came a hand-delivered invite, special board session, property dispute resolution, Thursday 6 p.m., Pine Meadow Clubhouse. I showed up in jeans and a clean shirt. Cynthia stood behind a podium, voice saccharine. Mr. Cole, she began, we've received multiple complaints about your unpermitted structure. I waited. Then said, my property lies outside your jurisdiction. Your ingress parcel isn't legally assigned. County confirms it. Whispers rippled through the room. Is that true? Someone asked. You might want to review it soon, I added. Issuing trespass notices without authority is a civil offense. I'd hate for your insurer to find out first. Her face paled. I walked out to the sound of muttering. Within a week, retaliation hit. Anonymous calls to animal control, code enforcement. Even child services, claiming I'd abandoned minors on site. I don't have kids. Each incident I logged, every badge number, every timestamp. Knowledge nugget, every complaint leaves a paper trail. Get it. Own it. Use it. Then one morning, I found my gate chain sliced clean through. I called Deputy Collins, the same one from before. Again, he sighed. Off the record, they're losing control. Stay documented. But Cynthia didn't know I'd already placed a winning bid at county auction, for Lot 4A, their so-called common ingress. When the deed arrived, blue-stamped and certified, I felt the shift. I owned the road they thought gave them power. Earl laughed when I told him. You sly son of a gun. That night, I posted a single notice at my gate. Effective immediately. All ingress through Lot 4A requires owner consent under Colorado Transportation Code Section 51.052. The next morning, Cynthia's BMW skidded to a stop. She read the paper, ripped it down, and sped off. The trap had closed. 2 days later, the HOA blasted an email, unauthorized obstruction of community access. They called an emergency meeting. I didn't go. I let the panic ferment. When the next notice came, I added it to my binder. Violation number 13. Then one afternoon, Cynthia showed up again, this time with 2 board members and a landscaper truck. We're restoring our community entrance, she snapped. This entrance? I held up my deed. The one I bought. She blinked. You're bluffing. I handed her the certified copy. The county seal gleamed. The landscaper hesitated. Ma'am, maybe we should wait. That silence was worth 12 months of harassment. By sunset, residents were asking the right questions. Who owns the road now? Can they even find us? The next day, a reporter called. Mr. Cole, rumors say you bought the access road. Is that true? Yes, I said. Because property rights still matter. Check the county records. The paper. Headline read, HOA overreach sparks legal twist. That night, an angry email arrived, cease and desist, defamation and interference. I printed it, hole-punched it, and filed it under panic. Within 48 hours, their lawyer, Jonathan Pierce, sent a formal demand, restore access or face injunction. The irony? His letter arrived by crossing my road. Daniel chuckled when I told him. The judge will kill that motion on page 1. But brace yourself, next comes propaganda. He was right. Flyers appeared: protect our community, stop the outsider. Someone spray-painted community first on my gate. I photographed it, logged it, filed a report. When Cynthia held a public meeting, I live-streamed it. She called me a hostile actor. I commented, ownership verified. County Deed Book 1427, page 611. The chat exploded. Residents Googled. Truth spread. 2 days later, she tried to levy new access fees. I replied to all members, citing her own bylaws: special assessments require 67% member approval. Replies poured in: didn't know that rule existed. What else are they hiding? Momentum shifted. The HOA's insurer froze its coverage pending investigation. Their lawyers' tone softened. Their board meetings went quiet. Then the invitation came: private mediation, Monday at 9 a.m., resolve this quietly. Daniel warned me. They'll record it. Decline. Make them go public. So I did. Happy to meet at a properly noticed public session under open record conditions. When Monday came, I arrived early. Reporters waited. Deputy Collins stood guard again. Mr. Cole, Cynthia began, voice tight, we'd like to discuss returning access to community management. You'll have access, I said, sliding a folder across the table. But not control. Inside was the reform agreement, term limits, open audits, and an independent ethics committee. In return, a renewable 5-year access license. This is outrageous, she hissed. It's accountability, I said. Collins reviewed the deed and nodded. All lawful. You think you're a hero? She spat. No, I said softly. Just someone who reads the fine print. Within a week, residents voted. 72 of 96 approved the reforms. Cynthia refused to sign, until a leaked recording of her mocking the community went viral. The HOA collapsed overnight. A month later, a new board formed, led by Janet Ruiz, a local teacher. Her first act: sign the reform charter and reinstate access. When we both signed, the notary's seal pressed deep into the page. This is it, she said. Pine Meadow will never be the same. That's the point, I replied. Now, the ranch gate bears a new sign. Access by agreement, community partnership zone. Earl clipped the newspaper story to my fridge: rancher wins HOA reform battle. How's it feel? He asked. Quiet, I said, in a good way. He grinned. That's how you know you did it right. The sun dipped behind the hills, Luna grazing by the fence. For the first time in years, peace didn't feel fragile. It felt earned. Because reform isn't revenge, it's the price of lasting peace.